Hello everyone and welcome to my Season 16 review video. So I'm just going to go over all the changes really quick here that have been brought up so far. And I wanted to make this a separate video from the dev stream recaps because I want to keep those purely for the Vigor news. So let's get this started. The Battle Pass. It looks quite nice. Very cool looking cosmetics in there. I'm not per se a fan of the wired weapon skins, but they are very subtle weapon skins, so definitely a nice piece of work there from the developers. Not much to say about it, I'm not going to go over it, you guys have probably seen the Battle Pass yourself by now. But yeah, I am a fan of the new Battle Pass, it looks really good. So the new weapon, might be a bit early to judge this one. I've used it in the elimination a few times, but it's basically an L96 on auto fire in my opinion. It's extremely powerful. One shot does like 77 damage in the elimination, and it will also take off your plate and a chunk of your health in an encounter. I don't think this was the right weapon to introduce to the game without the increased weapon rebalance. It is a gold tier, so it's quite expensive, and I don't think it will be seeing flooded lobbies with this weapon right away, but man, this thing does seem very deadly on all ranges. This really could be a new meta weapon. The developers might tweak it very soon if they start noticing issues, but they aren't always very fast with these types of changes. So yeah, nice weapon, but I am not sure about the timing here. Okay, next point is drop rate for the blueprints that has been improved. As I said in my last recap, I had a lot of crates stacked on a fresh account, and I would share with you how the drop rate for the plans is. I am seeing posts here and there of people obtaining plans again, so it is probably been improved enough to be noticeable. And as you can see, this account pretty much has nothing when it comes to plans, and any plan I do have comes from legacy seasons, besides the L96 plan, which is from the previous Battle Pass. So yeah, this is an account that I did play quite a bit last season, mostly to obtain crates and be able to test these improvements. And we got a good 120 gold crates combined here, with around 50-ish purple crates and some lower tier ones as well. So I'm not going to make you guys watch an hour of opening crates, so let's just skip to the result. And we got one plan. We got one purple tier plan from one of the gold tier crates. And that's it. That's not a lot in my opinion. It wasn't very high before they broke the drop rate, but I had hoped for at least 2 or 3 plans from all of these crates. I mean, this is about a month or more worth of playing and collecting crates, and yes, I know RNG has a lot to do with it, but still, it continues to be a grind to get plans this way. And yes, they are in the shop now. The top tier ones are not cheap. The lower tier ones are alright if you can wait on the antenna to produce crowns for you. Overall, this is less of a change that I would have liked to see, but let me know in the comments if you had more luck with the drop rates than I did. Still, I am not happy that they made this a main item for their update. They broke something, then they fixed it, and now it's like, look what we did for you guys. No, it doesn't work like that. It's like fake sales. First they increased the price by 12% and then they give you a 10% discount. Same thing here. First they lowered it by accident and now we should be happy that they raised it again? No, hard pass on this. Especially if you take into account how long it took them to fix this. And I know with the new crates you get plenty of parts to craft stuff, so you don't really need the blueprints to have good consumables, but they are forcing you to play elimination if you want to have decent gear. Cannot progress blueprints if you only play encounters, and that's a shame. And yes, you get crates from the food donation, which is 1 gold crate per week. That's 52 crates per year, and I just opened 100 of them here. So good luck on your 10-year journey if you want to get plans that way. Okay, next up is the Airdrop reward. They boosted it again. Not really a great change, to be honest. I like the fact that they had already increased it to a green tier crate last update, but if you look at the risk versus reward on the crates in elimination, it's clear where you need to go if you want crates, and it's not the encounters. Encounters are supposed to be the main game mode, and retrieving the airdrop should be the main goal of the encounter, but why would you go for the airdrop? This is not going to pull back veteran players into the encounters, and I have a feeling they don't really want to. Elimination has proven to be a great spending place for crowns. Teams boost there a lot, they buy lots of tickets, while nobody really boosts encounters that often. So overall, it's okay that they are changing stuff for the better, but it's not where it should be in my opinion. Improved matchmaking? I don't know how it is for most people, but for me there is no improvement. I find games quickly and I still get high ping lobbies, still having this during peak times, even during the double experience period. During peak times I was getting lobbies of 160 milliseconds. I know for some people that's a good lobby, but for most people that is a bad lobby. So again, another point on their agenda that is just back office tweaking really, and I don't know how many players will actually notice an improvement. New seasonal challenges. I am very happy that they added looting challenges, I really am. And I was very excited to re-roll all my kill challenges away until I saw what the seasonal rewards are. And they are really not that amazing this season, to be honest. People have been negative about the rewards in the past. I've always thought that a full unique outfit was nice, but this season, a motorcycle helmet and a shield. Considering how low this update already is on content, it just feels wrong. And I really regret re-rolling my challenges. I should not have done that before I knew what the reward was going to be, and I will definitely not be making that mistake again. Looting challenges are good, but a few of them do seem to be bugged. So yeah, 4 seasons into these and they still haven't fixed a lot of the bugged missions here. Kind of a shame. And the rewards, yeah, really not worth it this season, sorry. Grenade throwing has been improved. Flashbang even has a hit marker now, I believe, which is a great quality of life update. But I am already hearing about bugged throws in the game. I've already seen it too myself. The grenade gets thrown but it never detonates and the red indicator just stays in the air or something. It's very confusing, very weird, very inconsistent. And the detonation time should also be shorter, but it feels like it takes longer sometimes, because they only seem to detonate after they hit the ground, which means that everything you knew about throwing grenades has changed now, like making a wide arc to time the detonation so it detonates as soon as it drops. I don't think that works anymore. I'm not an expert on grenades. I will probably start taking flashbangs in again because they seem to be useful. But it does, I think it's going to be a whole new way of throwing grenades. And hopefully not too many bugs. And speaking of consumables, Stim boost got a nerf. Again, I really cannot say anything positive here. I'm really sorry about this video, but I can't. I know people have a problem with the Stim boost and the caffeine combo that is used to push players. And for the record, I am not a fan of the whole run and jump and twist and turn playstyle either. But right now that's how the game is. And Stim boost was my only counter against the overpowered LMGs. I know I used it in my games. I know it works 9 out of 10 times. But let's look at the facts here again. Stim boost was brought in at season 13. It has been active for 3 seasons. And now the developers decide, it needs a nerf. It took them 9 months to make a change that has no merit besides the fact that it's contributing to a playstyle that a lot of people dislike. So I think they need to fix the playstyle first. Fix the LMGs first. If it was this broken, they should have fixed it a lot sooner. So I'm not happy about this one either. I would have been if this was in the grand plan of a movement rework, but it's not. They just took something away again from the players. So like, where's the logic behind this change? You know, they're not really justifying it that much in their patch notes. Probably going to get brought up in the next dev stream, but I feel it's just going to be, we looked at the numbers or we listened to the review of the community. The community has been asking for LMG nerfs for months now, and that's still not coming. Not in the way it should be anyway. But moving on, buried cache rework. Not a bad change. Unfortunately, this is the main content of the update in my opinion. I think it makes it easier for new players to find the cache, and I've also noticed a lot more key spawning than pictures did before. I simply find a key in every game I play nowadays, and a lot more people are showing up at the buried cache, so that's a positive change. We actually have a third point of interest on the map that is a lot more contested. But I feel this is something they should have released last year when they were making the game more newbie friendly. And this seems to be a feature that they hadn't completed yet. Meanwhile, we are still waiting on that endgame content that all the veterans want and that they promised us when they released their roadmap. Leaderboard rework, weapon balance, actual improvements to the airdrop. I still cannot wrap my head around the whole idea that they need to take things slow and careful, but they found it perfectly fine to throw gold crates around like candy in elimination, but when it comes to encounters, they refuse to actually make it a decent crate. but I'm moving away from the buried cache. Buried cache rework is a good rework. Kind of a shame you can't get it random anymore. Like the whole key opening thing shouldn't have been there for me, but I get that they wanted to put that in there. Last thing I wanted to talk about is the sound notification they added to elimination. I don't know why they added this, but now it's just a notification for those intentional AFKers that they need to look at their screen in case they got past the button test. So I don't see why this is a good change either, you know? I get that sometimes you may have missed a loadout because you thought you selected one but you didn't because you were just too late, but yeah, I think this is going to do a lot more harm than good for elimination. So I don't understand why they implemented this. It's something they didn't really think through, I think. So yeah, my title is my opinion here. This is not a great update. It's not a bad update, but it's not really an update in my opinion. It's just a new season and a couple of bug fixes and that's it. I don't know what to expect for next season. If the weapon balance doesn't pull through next time, I don't know if Vigor will. So that's my opinion on Season 16. Feel free to share yours down in the comment section. Don't miss the next dev stream recap. The devs are doing a stream this Wednesday for their anniversary and a recap will shortly follow. Thank you all for your time. I have recently hit over 300 subscribers on the channel. It's not that much compared to others, but I do appreciate every one of you. Thank you all for watching. See you all next video. Bye!